Welcome to today's video from the History Vault. Today we're looking at the early life of Napoleon Bonaparte. Like and subscribe for more content. Napoleon Bonaparte, the man, the myth, the guy who was bullied for his height. Today, we're diving into the early life of one of history's most famous leaders. So, grab your croissants folks, and let's explore how a Corsican kid went from snowball fights to world domination. Napoleon's story begins on the island of Corsica, where his family's roots were about as Italian as a plate of spaghetti. His dad, Carlo, came from a noble family in Tuscany, and his mom, Maria Letizia Ramolino, had some noble blood from Lombardy. So yeah, Napoleon's family was basically like an Italian soap opera. Drama included. He was born on August 15, 1769, in the family home in Ajaccio, Corsica, right after the island was handed over to France. Talk about bad timing. His father, ever the opportunist, originally fought against the French but quickly decided, if you can't beat them, join them. And, voila, he cozied up to the French governor. Smart move, Carlo. Napoleon, or Napoleon de Bonaparte as he was known back then, was the second of 8 surviving kids. And let me tell you, the Bonaparte family could have used a break. 5 of Napoleon's siblings didn't make it out of infancy. Seems like the only thing tougher than surviving in 18th century Europe was being one of Napoleon's brothers. Now, picture this, young Napoleon, this scrappy Corsican kid who spoke a dialect of Italian, is shipped off to France at age 9 to go to school. He couldn't speak French very well, had a thick accent, and, to top it off, he was short. Yeah, you can already see where this is going. His classmates weren't exactly rolling out the welcome mat. But here's the thing about Napoleon, he didn't back down. Instead of throwing a tantrum, he threw himself into studying. Especially math. Because why not? He also read a ton of history and geography books. In fact, one examiner once said, this boy would make an excellent sailor. Clearly, that examiner missed the whole conquering Europe thing. There's this legendary story that young Napoleon led his classmates in an epic snowball fight. They say he organized his team with military precision and led them to victory against older students. Did this snowball fight actually happen? Who knows? But hey, it makes for a cool origin story. Like, forget Spider-Man's radioactive spider, Napoleon got his start in a snowball brawl. But all wasn't sunshine and victory snowballs. Napoleon was still an outsider, this tiny, awkward kid with a Corsican accent, and he felt it. So, he became fiercely proud of his Corsican roots. He even idolized a Corsican nationalist named Paoli, who was basically the ultimate local hero. Napoleon's nationalist streak didn't last forever, but let's just say he never forgot where he came from. In 1784, Napoleon made it into the prestigious École Militaire in Paris, because, of course, he did. This was where he trained to become an artillery officer. Now, while Napoleon was busy acing math and reading every book he could get his hands on, his French and German? Not so much. Languages weren't really his thing. But math? He nailed it. Numbers were like his superpower. Then, in 1785, tragedy struck. His father passed away, leaving the family in a bit of a financial pinch. So, Napoleon, being the overachiever that he was, crammed 2 years of military training into one. That's right, he went from small-town Corsican boy to the first Corsican to graduate from the École Militaire. And one of his examiners? The famous scientist Laplace. Talk about pressure. So there you have it, Napoleon's early years in a nutshell. From a bullied, short kid on the playground to a military prodigy. But little did the world know, this was just the beginning for the boy who'd soon swap snowballs for cannons. Stay tuned, because the story of Napoleon is only just getting started.